I'm going to show you how to use spinning reel and bait casting reel. This is spinning reel. That's bait casting reel. There are so many discussions about which one's better. I'm going to talk about how to use them to show you which one's better. The spinning reel, you need to do this in order to have yourself ready for next cast. I have shown it to you in another video. You need to do it this one, hold that one, get it out in order to cast. Okay? For bait casting, all you do is put your thumb in here, and that's it. So it looks like using spinning reel is more difficult. That is not true. Because when you actually cast, bait casting reel causes a lot of trouble. One of the problems is the bird's nest. So you need to adjust, you need to do adjustments. Okay? After you made all these adjustments, then you can cast. When you cast, you still need to make adjustments so that you will cast well. And I've already made the adjustment now. So I'm going to show you how to cast. There are two things that you have to do. Number one, when you cast, you never try to cast with the force. You never do that. You always cast with gentle. Okay? So when you cast, you never try to use your force at one time. That's the key. What is the second one? Second one applies to every rod and reel. That is what we call load the rod. Some people like to do it in this way. You can do that, yes, if the lure is heavy enough, number one. Number two, if you want to do that, you can have a lot of hand. You can have a long line in here in order to increase the weight of it. You can just put it in here and just cast it out. Okay? But if you have somebody standing behind you, and you don't want to do that. If you don't want to do that, you shouldn't have such a hand. Okay? If it's more weight, you can have a smaller amount of line out. If it's lighter weight, you can put a little like this. What you need to do is what we call a load the rod. What does that mean, load the rod? It means that you press down, swing back, feel the roll, doesn't go out. Okay? You come back and go out. Okay? But if you want to do the overhead casting for bait casters, you better turn this to the sideway. You cannot, I don't think you can really turn it like that. You turn somewhat. That's good enough. Okay? But the best way of casting this is not the overhead casting. The overhead casting is not the best way because you get more backlash. Actually, it's the side way of casting. That is the best way of casting. The side way, you still need to load the rod. You still need to load the rod, which means that you press it down and swing it back. Okay? when you cast a sideways, there is a trick. You can, when you cast a sideways, swing back, comes in motion like this. Like this. That will prevent backlash. So, that will prevent backlash. And I'll cast further. So the best way of casting the bait caster actually is going the sideways and turn your hand, turn your wrist like this. Okay, I'm going to show you to my hand movement. The advantage of having a spinning reel, spinning rod, is that all you have to do is open the bail and just do that. It casts further, of course. It casts further because you can just. Can you use a lot? Push, pull, yes. But there are several things you need to observe. These are the things you need to do. Number one. Number two, you need to get used to the hand movement so that you won't, like, you don't have to watch it. That will slow down your fishing. Okay. Second thing is you can have a hand. You can make it very, very long in order to do the same thing. If you want to put it back, you can leave it like this and wait and go. If you want to say which one's better, if you want distance, probably spinning reel and rod is better. Now, some people say one problem with a spinning rod is that you cannot have a thick line. It's not true anymore because we use braid. If you use braid, you can have a 20-pound braid, 30-pound braid. I have a 30-pound braid in here. If you can use a 30-pound braid, 20-pound braid, and you can cast like this, it's good enough. So it's no longer an issue if you have a spinning reel and use braid. But if you want accuracy, bait casting is not made for distance, but it's for accuracy. It is for many things, short distance. That will allow you to do many things. If you use it for short distance, that bait caster is better. Otherwise, use spinning rod is more convenient. Nowadays, a lot of people use spinning rod, and the professionals still use bait casters. Number one, they're familiar with it. Number two, they have a deck of rods on the boat. So anytime they get a bird's nest, they can pick another one. So they don't have a problem with that. But if you only have one, you probably want to think about spinning reel and rod. Thank you.